Alright, y'all, so we outside of Stuffed Burgers, located right on Tragarete Road. They reached out to us a little while ago, so we finally here to try their stuffed burger. Let's go. So is it a classic burger bun? Anything special?
Yeah, classic soda bread. I mean, we went through a lot of different bakers because we're very particular about our bread before we found a bread that was nice, had that nice homemade sort of, you know, it has to be homemade style, plus it has to be soft, plus it had to be able to last for a few days, plus it had to not taste like those kiss breads that have a whole bunch of chemicals and stuff in it. So that's what we eventually ended up landing on, and the customers so far have been real pleased with it.
Yeah, I think most importantly, it have to stand up to the sauce, stand up to the, you know, stand up to the weight of all the fillings and toppings.
The biggest problem has always been finding breads big enough for our burgers as well, because there's actually very few people in the country who will do burger, because these are all bigger than a Kiss jumbo loaf.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
You know, so you're looking for something bigger than that to start with, which is hard to find. And I mean, of course, we use halal beef, chicken, everything. I think it's Uruguayan beef. We use 2080 mix for our beef. We also do 2080 mix for the lamb and the chicken and pork as well. We season our chicken and pork mix ourselves, but the lamb and the beef mix, we only season the outside. We're very purist on that front. We just let the fat bind the burger together alone. No binders at all. You wouldn't find that in our beef.
So on the menu, so chicken, pork, beef, lamb, all seasoned differently?
All seasoned slightly differently, including the salmon, which is also seasoned differently. We also have crispy chicken on the menu, which a lot of people seem to like, because it's just a fried version of the crispy of the chicken.
Cool.
So we have our grilled 8-ounce chicken burger, which you can stuff, or we have the crispy chicken, which you could get as a 4-ounce or an 8-ounce double.
Right, and what are the stuffed burgers usually stuffed with?
Recently that's changed, but usually, as it classically is, we stuff the burgers with cheese. So our main 4 cheeses are local, American, blue, and pepper jack. The favorite being pepper jack among the fans. And then we also have mozzarella cheese always as a little secret menu cheese to all our regulars. They tend to know it, but we tend to also let anybody else who's new know that we have mozzarella there on the menu if you want to try that. And you can also mix and match your cheeses inside of the meats if you want. You could get more than one, you could get 2, 3, 4, do all if you want. In the meantime, here he is flattening out our 8 ounces of beef to his specifications. He's going to sort of rectangle it off slowly as he goes. Not the easiest thing to do, because he needs to make sure that this is sort of thin yet thick enough that when it slaps onto the grill, it won't just suddenly develop a whole bunch of holes throughout. It'll sort of stick together enough that he can then mold it how he sees fit.
And this is always done like this, to order like this?
Yeah, every time. So now we're going into our seasoning mix, which we cannot share. But I can tell you that there's 7 glorious seasonings in there. There goes the Quadra Smash, slammed on the backside. Quickly, because it cooks fast. It's a technique to this. You have to do it all very quickly. Make sure that there's high heat on the grill as well. So we're getting rapid caramelization of all of the beef right now. And as you can see, it's shrinking. Well, basically, he's looking for any holes that might be forming in the center there. He's checking the shrinkage on the side to make sure that it's getting to about a bread size when he's going to split it into 4. Kind of imagine that when it stacks up, you know, it's not going to be overlapping the bread. It won't be too big, it won't be too small. About good enough. Now that you're seeing it starting to leak a little bit more blood in the top, and starting to leak out some blood on the side, just about ready to flip. Good time. And there it goes. And as you can see, we already have a lot of caramelization. Going to start to stuff it there in the mold. He's going to make sure to leave himself with a little bit of a pocket.
What's the weight on these stuffed burgers?
8 ounce American cheese. Distributing it evenly so that you're getting a bite of cheese throughout with your stuffing. You're not just getting one little tiny pocket of cheese in the middle somewhere. You're going to pack the mold now to the top with meat. Until basically, while being packed, it's squared off completely. Right, now that it's completely squared off, we're going to get rid of it. Check the sides to make sure there's no cheese leakage and start to season. Alright, so we put aside this special seasoning mix. This one is just for that burger patty. Coat it all around. We slap that onto the hot grill. Press it down gently and let it do its work. We let that slowly cook and render. That'll take a good while. That's why when some people ask me how they cook their burger at home in 4 minutes and I don't manage to replicate that, I say, well, look at the size of that. You think that's going to cook in 4 minutes? No, it's not. We also have to make sure that the heat is not too high so that it doesn't burn the outside of your burger before it can cook and melt the cheese within. Because when you're dealing with a stuffed burger, essentially what you're cooking is a water balloon. Because as the cheese melts, what do you think that is on the inside? That's liquid cheese, which is basically water. So you have to figure out now how to cook something completely on the outside, what's basically filled with water, while not letting that water spill out all over the place. So there's a bit of technique to this.
So why stuffed burgers?
Why stuffed burgers? Well, I heard of the Juicy Lucy burger, which was the original cheese stuffed burger in, I think, Texas, and started making them for myself, loved it. Nobody else in Trinidad was doing it, so I decided I'd be the first.
And this was how long ago?
This was right before COVID hit. You can see on the sides of the burger, you can see that it's about halfway cooked downward, which is why he's chosen to flip it at this point. And basically, he's gonna look for that whole side of the burger to turn completely brown and opaque and look a little bit more cooked before he looks to give it its final touches and look to take it off the grill. Final touch. Alright, so she's here, she's taking a little bit of pepper jelly, putting it on the top one.
Why pepper jelly?
Well, pepper jelly gives it that little bit of sweet heat that we believe brings all of our burgers together. Our fresh lettuce onto our toasted buns. We're gonna put some nice fresh thick slices of tomato. Then our deep fried onion. Followed by our signature sauce.
So this is a garlic based sauce. What type of sauce?
This is the honey mustard seasoned garlic based sauce.
Okay.
And now we can bring our Quadra Smash into the fold. Lovely.
Bacon and pine.
So our bacon and pineapple. A thick slice of pineapple. Lovely. Right, so because of the heat of that patty, that cheese is going to melt super quick. Within about 30 seconds, it's going to start to get softened now. Onto the prepared bun now, with all of our fixings. Okay. As you can see, the cheese is holding together on the inside of the patty. You could also have your pineapple or jalapeno grilled if you so choose. Add a little finishing touch. Lovely.
Right here, so you can see all the cheese, pepper jack and the American cheese stuffed inside, the bacon, the jalapeno, American cheese on top, lettuce, tomato below. Only one thing to do now. So, bread's stood up well. You can see how much. Let me just show you how much sauce, but it's still holding up together. Not just sauce, how much juice from the patty. Still holding up very well. The patty is good. For me, I would like it a little less cooked, but that's just me. That's totally subjective. I know the Trinidad market, we tend to like things a bit overcooked or well done. Excellent flavor though. Jalapenos, you know, just take that flavor level up a notch. Oh, the cheese, oh my God. For some reason, I mean, as weird as American cheese might be, it works in burgers for some reason, you know, but no. This one is a good one. I love the attention they pay to detail, the extra mile they go to make everything to order, patties to order, special blend seasonings. Points for that. All right, so it's time for the Quadra Smash. Y'all, I mean, this is honestly a bit ridiculous, but all in a good way. Again, full of flavor, yet look at how the bread has The bread is standing up very well, just absorbing all that juice. Again, every bite, look at all the American cheese, pineapple, the bacon, you see all the specks of seasoning. Again, made to order, cargo around here. Time to dig in. Let's go. Juicy, flavorful, so much going on in your mouth. Sweetness of the pine, smokiness of the bacon, a little heat from the seasoning. Same thing with the patty for me though, but again, this is just a personal preference. I would have preferred a bit under, but it isn't dry, it isn't rubbery or anything like that. It's just a personal preference. Again, the American cheese, I don't know why American cheese works so well in a burger, it just does. Alright yo, so we're full. We had our burgers, we had a great time. Jaeger, just lastly, just tell us, or tell the community I should say, how they can contact you all, find you all, let us know.
That's fairly easy. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Stuffed Burgers TT, or you can call us at our hotline 472-7832 for any sort of questions, or make your order one time via WhatsApp. Also, we'll be on Food Drop from next week, so be sure to check us out on Food Drop as well.
Right, and remember, for all of y'all who want Foodie Nation to come, do like Jaeger, email us, fill out the submission form, and we will try our best to come by you.
That's right.